like this.
And then you approve there.
Has to get it. Come on, mouse, where are you? Okay, well.
I think we start with the pen.
The pen? Click to join video.
I don't think you did it.
Okay, can everybody see now? Yeah, you can. Let me put this slide here. So we usually start by sitting comfortable in our chairs. Hey, Claire, now I see you.
Okay.
Judy is not coming. Ah, yeah, here she is. I see a beautiful head there. So we sit comfortable, that our body feels well placed, our feet on the floor if possible. Relax our shoulders and get ready to have some fun. We in Zentangle would use this quality of paper that is a little bit thicker than the regular paper we use in printing machine. So when we draw over it, we create something on a beautiful surface that we can keep to ourselves or share to others to give away, if possible. So it's not mandatory. The same with the pens. We usually like to use work with these pens that are waterproof. So sometimes we can play over them with watercolor or do more artistic things. But since we are just beginning, it really doesn't matter what quality of pen we are using. But it's nice to use with good materials, and actually it's not very expensive to work with this. And we usually start with 4 dots on the paper, but today we are breaking the rules. We are gonna skip that. And we are gonna draw today a tangle that is called Crazy Cadent or Cadent.
Crazy.
Cadent. Which is basically, and I need a piece of paper, is basically a series of O's and S shapes. We can also draw it with O's and the shape of a 2 or a mirrored S. But today we are going to use these shapes in our crazy cadent. So before we take a deep breath, before we start, and we just sit and enjoy with good people, a good moment, giving us a little bit of love and attention to ourselves. And then in the end, we will share our drawings, but we will do a great effort not to compare, but appreciate the quality of the drawings of the others and ours. So we are not gonna say, your lines are nicer than mine, mine's are shaky. My circles are not as round as yours or as Claudia's. That is, we don't need to compare ourselves like that. So again, this is my my measure. No, maybe this is too big. This, it's better. This is a dime. So the first circle shape doesn't need to be perfect. So we are gonna draw in the middle or a little bit up. You choose, as big as a dime. Doesn't matter if it's bigger or smaller. With our pen. Slow, slow. We complete our first shape. And around it, more or less the same distance as the dime, I will create another circular shape. And if this was a clock, this is 6. So at 12, I'm gonna do the same, say smaller shape. At 3 o'clock, another shape. And at 9, another shape. And in between, we are gonna do more shapes, but these ones are gonna be a little bit, if I draw a line here with my imagination, just a little bit outside, here in the middle. Bigger or smaller, this happened to be a little bit bigger. It was not my intention. It happened to be like this. So I'm gonna turn my paper, and now the same, in between these two, a little bit outer, another circular shape. It doesn't need to be a perfect circle. I turn my paper, again, in between these two, outside of my imaginary line. One more. In between these two last one, one. So we said that we are gonna work with S shapes. So look at my hand first, and then we repeat S shapes all the time. So I start from the previous circle, and I'm gonna come in an S shape and land on the circle behind or under. So I start on my circle, I take off and land on this circle. So I start here, S, and on the next one. And we will do this all around, starting always on the big circle, circular shape. Start on the circle, start drawing my S, lands on the small one. And we continue. Start on the big one, draw my S, and land on the next one. So when you show this to your friends, you will impress them because they will say, this is very complicated. How did you manage to do something that complicated? So now we are going to repeat the same thing between this around. So again, I start on this one, S shape, and land in the lower one. And we were going to do everything around it. we're gonna do just in the lower part, same as we did before, in between these two, one circle, between these two, one circle, and we will repeat the S shape from here. So I start on the left side, S shape, turn my paper so my hand is on the same position here. And then I will connect. Oh, well, let's do all around so it's easier and I don't confuse you. Again, all the ones in the outside. And we will close this here. So this happens when we only connect the outside. So we are going to repeat to create this or triangles. So again, from my left at the beginning, this with this will be connected with an S shape. Now, this following two. And so on and so on. So we create a group of 3 circles. And just because I can and I have the space, I'm going to add one more. If you can add one more and we do another group of 3 here. Good. And now in each of the circles, or in the smaller ones, we will draw a small one and we'll fill it with ink in each one of them. And in the big one, I will do a small circle, fill it in with ink, and around it, a circular aura. I think we are all ready to continue. So now in each one of the triangles, you remember last lesson we did the aura. We had our crescent moon, and around it we did aura. That is the line that goes parallel to the previous shape. So we are gonna do the aura following the previous line. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna start here. Start here, comes here, and lands in the circle. So we're gonna do that series of auras in each one of the triangles. Can I follow one aura? And they don't need to be very narrow or very big as you want. So if I do one in each triangle, it means that it will be repeated somehow, somewhere. We'll have double, but it will happen in all of them. Yes, I think we are all. I cannot hear Claire if she's talking to me or to Crystal.
I
She's
think
talking to me.
talking to Crystal, I think.
Yeah, she's connecting hers.
Okay. No rush. Let me know when you are ready. There are many lines. So since we are going to be filling spaces for quite some time, so we are going to fill in one. We have created like two small spaces in between. So we are going to create like little squares just in one side of each one of them. So I will turn, and here some squares. And we will do the same in between these ones. Probably some of you are already done with the little squares. So now in each one of these triangles, we are going to create one more that will go in accordance to the previous line. So I will do it in curve shape inside and fill it with ink again. So we do that in every one. Now in the corners of these circles, in these little indentations, we are gonna just do a little rounding here, a little curved line, and we fill in with black. And here. And finally, our aura around it, leaving quite some space around our cadent. Going around, following the previous shape, turning the tile as we go along, so our hands do not get tired. Please let me know when you are ready. We are gonna work with our pencil.
You all ready? I think we're ready.
Yep, we're ready, yep.
You have a turbo speed. Good.
What did you say?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Great. So around the first circle we did, laying our pencil with the point of the graphite to the first line, I will apply some graphite around, turning my paper. And then we're going to do the same in all the other circular shapes around it. I mean, the ones that are at the edge, we just do put the side that touches our main design, our main cadent. I think I have them all. So with our Q-tip or our smudger, we will go around it, taking care of leaving white space around. So we have the contrast between the black and the gray from the pencil around our design, around our cadent. Trying to keep a soft hand all the way. And the same here. Leaving the white of the paper free so we don't cover all the surface. So when we leave this white space, when we have this white space in between, now we can see that the shape has these curves, start like to curve, and we are creating this effect. Again, the more we practice, the better we get the effects. And now around the last aura, we will put some more graphite. It doesn't need to be too much either. And again, we will move our graphite out of the line, softer round movements. something like that. So because today we're just using black pen, but imagine that you can play with colors when you are drawing this. So that could be a nice, cute exercise to practice when you are sitting for half an hour alone and repeat a similar exercise. No rush, Claire. If you need to work more, you don't need to rush. Then you look at me, but if you need more time, it's okay.
We're good.
Okay, good. So,
Well, I think so.
sorry?
I guess I'm ready.
Good. So, as good artists as we are gonna put the initials on our tile or chop, as we say in Centangle. So, I'm gonna put mine here. You choose where to put it. Today is the 15th January.
Well, they certainly all have a different shape. Well, it's better than they look different, but that's what it's supposed to tell me how different mine is gonna look. Yeah.